Hey everyone, Rob here from Damage Step Inc. Wanted to do a quick little ban list video, tell you guys my thoughts and what I think about the upcoming September to March format. Let's get right into it. Talk about the newly banned cards. Fishborg Blaster goes from 3 to 0. This card was a problem in those Cloudy and OTK decks that would go for like first turn Quasar. And this card is really like a poor design. You know, it combos so well with Treeborn Frog that it was becoming a real problem. And I didn't think it had to go, maybe to 1, but definitely don't mind seeing it get the hammer. Next is Mindmaster, which I didn't want to go searching for because I didn't think it was worth it. I mean, Mindmaster, fine. It's not that big of a deal. I didn't think Psychic decks, were topping here. Maybe they were in the OCG, I don't know. Maybe with the Gusta cards coming out, they didn't want an OTK to come and take over the game. So, I mean, I don't care. Some Psychic decks that top in the TCG didn't even run Mindmaster, so it's not that big deal. Trunade, gone. But its buddy came back. Its arch nemesis came back. So it's kind of a 1-for-1 with Heavy. We'll go back more into that later. And lastly banned was Royal Oppression. That kind of surprised me a little bit. I thought with the with the Exceed and synchroing so many aspects of special summoning, they would have kept it. Some people said it might have gone to 2. I thought that was a little bit too much, but definitely. Definitely a shock there. They really want to promote their new product and have people special summoning with their Exceed monsters, so, that's that. Limited. Legendary 6 Samurai Shien. Limited down to 1. They really killed this deck. I mean, you legitimately have to open Gateway now for this deck to, do what they did before. So, Samurai's good riddance. They also hit this card, Smoke Signal. So now you legitimately, to get your only Shien, you have to open either this card or your Kageki and Kagamusha. And, you can't double edge to have 3 Shiens on the field anymore. If they're top decking, this was a great top deck. Not anymore. These two, gone. Heavy to 1. I personally love this because, you can't just set 5, set a monster and end anymore. So this card definitely promotes skill. In my opinion, people don't agree with that, but that's my opinion. I think it's a great call by Konami, putting this back to 1. I think the game needs this. Decks like TG are gonna get hurt. I mean, I'll go into it a little bit more later on when we get to MST, but this card definitely good for the game. I definitely agree. Other cards, Blackluster Soldier, that's going to be a problem. I think, I looked on eBay. Gold Series ones are up to like $25. Ultra's up to like $40 already. I think it's definitely going to be... I'm going to try to move the camera around to keep you guys interested, because I only have like a handful of cards that I picked out just randomly. But anyway... that card might be a problem. Chaos decks look like the early favorite for to be a top deck this format. So TJ Hyper Librarian, not a lot of people use 2 in their extra, and to be honest, they weren't going to kill their product and stop people from subscribing to the magazine by banning it. It was always going to 1. Anybody with a brain knew it was going to 1. Debris Dragon down to 1. Fine. Kill the plants. Who cares? Formula down to 1. Fine. Kill the plants. Kill the monarchs. Who cares? Let's get some more skill decks in here. Let's kill all those stupid decks. Same with Lone Fire Blossom. Now you can't go Lone Fire. Dandelion set up for Pot of Avarice. It was ridiculous. Pot of Avarice down to 1. Primal Seed. I mean, they had to limit it, I guess, just because it combos too well with Blackluster Soldier. And if it was at 3, it would have been a real problem. And that about does it for the limited list. So now we'll move on to semi-limited. This is huge. Summoner Monk to 2. I thought this card was going to 0. I was convinced that this card was going to 0 because you summon it, they don't have a response, you switch to defense, you pitch a spell, which is easy enough in most of these decks. You could pitch an MST, which is at friggin' 3 now. You know, you get a level 4, you either tune for Stardust or Scrap Dragon or a level 8, or you go into Utopia, and that's a great first turn. Look for this card to be splashable in a lot of decks now that XYZ Exceed monsters are getting popular, and then it's a dark too, because it is a dark for Blackluster Soldier you can remove. This is a great card. I would definitely get your hands on some, because it is going to be used all format long. It is a wonderful card. Great card. Tragodia to 2. You know, those Chaos decks are going to be good. Tragodia to 2 is really good for XYZ. I was testing a deck today. I won't spill the beans on it, but I was testing a deck today, and, you know, you summon Tragodia, you can make it a level 4, and discard a level 4 to take your opponent's level 4, and you could exceed without a normal summon. It's just a ridiculous card, and at 2, it's gonna cause some problems, along with this Necro Gardener. I'm happy because I have a fully blinged out Lightsworn deck that I've been waiting to play for a while, and this card is back at 2. Gonna help with the, you know, inconsistencies of Lightsworn, get another turn, and also it's a dark. You can keep one in grave, you can remove one for Chaos Sorcerer and, you know, Blackluster Soldier. This is gonna be big. It's gonna be a very, you know, Lightsworn is back. Twilight is back. Good to see, especially because I like those decks. DeLorean down to 2, had to go because of the OTK. I mean the Trishula OTK. Also, expect Trishula to also be on that limited list, because it was already in the OCG limited list. It just wasn't on us. So expecting the TCG to be exactly the same, but added a Trishula on that limited list. Next, Destiny Draw. Destiny Draw at 3 caused a lot of problems, and at 2, I think it's going to be a really good deck. You can dump your Malicious. You can set up, you know, Destiny Hero plays. Destiny Hero Diamond Dude. If you mill Destiny Draw with Diamond Dude, you do not have to pay the cost, and it basically becomes a Pot of Greed. It's just draw 2. That could see some play. Swords of Revealing Light to 2. I mean, Trunade is banned, so you couldn't really reuse Swords of Revealing Light. I guess you still can reuse Swords of Revealing Light with Miss Valleys, but I don't think it's that much of a problem. Mind Crush to 2. Very techie card. I love it. You know, combos well with a lot of cards, especially Trap Dust Shoot. Now that people aren't going to be setting a lot, you can run Trap Dust Shoot, you know, drop it, get a card from their hand, and then crush on the same turn and really, you know, kill their hand. Call the Haunted to 2. Same thing with Trunade, in that you can't get it back to your hand now. So it went to 2. I don't like the idea of having 3 Monster Reborns, though, so that's kind of weird. I mean, we'll see how that goes. I mean, I think a key card in the format is going to be Blackwing Zephyrus, because you can bounce your Call of the Haunted if you synchroed with the card that you called. So that's going to be weird, a little bit weird. We got to see, you know, what happens with that, but it might not have been a good idea. Unlimited Judgment Dragon off the ban list. Shocking, really. Instead of putting Lumina to 2 or Charge to 2, Charge to 2 would have helped those plant decks. But instead of putting Lumina to 2, they put this to 3, which is kind of weird, because this is the boss monster, and it's very easy to get him out. Lightsworns are back, I'm telling you. Lightsworns are definitely tier 1 in my opinion. This is a great card. Watch out for Lightsworns. Icarus. Blackwing's got a little bit of a boost. Icarus back to 3. They're still missing their, you know, Kalut, but back to 3. Can't hurt, right? Also helps those Vayu Turbo decks that are actually pretty good. Go through the rest quickly, because I don't have any of the cards to show you, so I kind of feel bad that you're staring at a mat this entire time. But Spirit Reaper to 3, gonna help those zombies out. Great card. Overload to 3, Overload Fusion, not a big deal. It is what it is. Until something tops with machines, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Let's see if we can get in here. Make it a little bit better. Alright, that's alright. MST to 3. Shocking with Heavy Storm to 1, really. I'll try to get the whole thing in there. Shocking with Heavy Storm to 1, you know? It combos well with Summoner Monk in that you have 3 MSTs, so if you have one and you don't, you know, if you didn't really want to waste an MST, but now you can dump an MST because you have Heavy and 2 more MSTs, you know, in your deck. Megamorph to 3, who really cares? I guess it could set up an OTK, but it's not really used. Gravity Bind, I guess, you know, that Konami really wants to push its XYZ product, and that's why that they're trying to cut down on synchros and trying to push people towards Exceed monsters, and that's why Gravity Bind is back at 3. So top decks of the format. Well, Gladiator Beast always, you know, wins the format in the beginning. I don't think they'll be that good. I think Light Sworns are back. I think Chaos. I think you know, I think, you know, decks that can explode. It's definitely going to be an aggro format. Decks that can explode and make their plays and not have to worry about back row, facing 5 back row, are gonna be good. A surprise deck to watch out for, I'm telling you, it's gonna be really, really good. Is Herald of Perfection with the and Agents. Agents is probably the top deck in my opinion, but Herald of Perfection is going to be a great deck combined with those Agents. You have more win conditions. Christian's coming out super. The Agents are a structure deck. Basically, all you have to get is those Heralds. You get those Heralds out, you stop all their plays, and you're basically destroying a card with Hyperion, and they can't do shit about it because you have a $2,800 defense wall that negates all your effects. So that's gonna be a great deck. I'm building it, so I'll get a deck profile up. So here's a ban list. Tell me what you think. Maybe I'll make another video. Probably not. But you know, just going more in depth. Maybe I'll let Anthony make another video. And yeah, tell me what you think about the ban list. 2 more weeks. Yeah, about 2 more weeks in the format. A little bit less. So definitely Tour Guide Tengu, Sangan, XYZ gonna be good. So alright, hope you enjoyed this. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. And check out my binder video that I just put up. And tell me what you want from there. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.